Portia Mystique still here with The Hidden Vine, and I am sitting next to Mr. Black Tie Productions himself, Michael Scalise. Michael, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you today?
I'm good. Before we jump in, Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I am Michael Scalise, owner of Black Tie Productions. We are a video production company. We also do photography, and we love doing all sorts of projects, and we're based here in Temecula. And you can find us at blacktie-productions.com.
There you go, blacktie-productions.com. Michael, now I know you to be like one of the OGs when it comes to video production in Temecula Valley, but tell us, when did you actually start and where did you start?
My business or my career?
Oh, okay. Let's go with career.
Okay, my career started in the early 80s in broadcasting. While I was in school, I had an internship at a local television station in San Diego. So I started through the ranks of television news production. So kind of a traditional internship. We're hired in the mailroom, then went to the newsroom and started editing, and kind of the rest is history. But 40 years later, I had a long and successful career in broadcasting.
Wow. So you truly climbed that ladder?
Yes.
Okay.
And in the middle of all that, I started my business, Black Tie Productions, in 2001. So I was doing double duty for many, many years, which made for long days, but I'm passionate about what I do. So after editing video for 8 hours at a television news station, I came home and did more editing, so till the wee hours of the morning. So, but that's what happens when you're a passionate, creative person.
Exactly.
You know, you love what you do.
Right. They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So can you tell us some of the production companies that you had worked for previously, or the broadcast stations?
It was the ABC affiliate in San Diego, KGTV.
Okay.
I was there give or take 7 years. And then I went over to CBS affiliate in San Diego, which is KFMB. And they had a television station plus 2 radio stations in the building. So they were a huge operation. Television news, AM radio, FM radio. They were the voice of the San Diego Padres. They had a high-end top 40 radio station. But I was in the TV news department, so there I was primarily a video editor. But through the years, I also did some writing, entertainment producing. I would go up to Los Angeles and do the junkets and interview the celebrities, and that whole weekend gig, which was pretty fun. You know, I have to admit, those are things the average person doesn't get to experience.
Exactly.
So I did a lot, learned a lot, and then I retired from broadcasting 2 years ago in 2022.
2 years ago?
So.
What?
So that's behind me now, but I still carry with me all that experience, that knowledge, those skills. And I've translated a lot of it into my business and the little things I learned from everybody that I worked with along the way.
Okay, so, yeah. I do want to talk about retirement, but before we go to now, let's go back. So you started in the mailroom. Was that intentional? Was it opportunity, or you really placed yourself there?
That was pretty much the way to get in the door, as it were, in TV news at that time. And you know, a lot of great and powerful people started in the newsroom, you know, even at the network level, and they worked their way up, and so that was just the way at that time to get your foot in the door, get to know everybody. You know, networking was as important back then as it is today, and getting to know people and keeping your ears open and making friends with everybody, and you never know where the next step, the opportunity will come from. So
how did you know that that's what you wanted to do?
Television news. Actually, that was not what I wanted to do originally. I wanted to make movies. I was always a movie buff and a movie fan. You know, everybody has that little bit of Steven Spielberg, George Lucas in them. So, you know, I wanted to make movies, but I wasn't so keen on, okay, I got to move to Los Angeles, and you know, it's a nice place to visit. But you know, so I didn't go that route. But I ended up in television news, which was still a creative, a visual medium, but I learned a lot there, a lot of skills, and if you want to know what's going on in every corner of the world, TV news is where to be, because you just by osmosis, you take everything in,
Yeah.
and you're up to speed on every little world event, what everybody's doing, you know, the breaking news of the day. So it's a very educational career. You know, you're always on top of the news.
Yeah.
You know, people would always come to me and say, "What happened today?" So I'd be able to tell them.
So
because,
you were everybody's first Google.
yeah.
Okay.
And you know, I was knee deep in the news every day. There were deadlines and editing video and things like that. So you couldn't help but be informed, and so
Incredible.
it's a good career. It's a great industry to be in. It's changed a lot, obviously,
I bet.
over time.
Yeah. Now, I know that you've won a number of awards. Tell me about those.
The first one was an Emmy Award I won at the CBS affiliate. It was back, I think it was 1989. I may have to fact check and look at my award, but basically it was for when the troops came home from the war in Kuwait. There was a huge parade in downtown San Diego, and we did live coverage of it that day. So we were recording the live feed from the parade that day. My job was to cut it down to create an hour-long special. So as we were recording, we were turning tape around and editing. It was on videotape back then. There's no nonlinear quite yet. But so we were cutting down the tape, condensing the parade for an hour-long special that would air later that night. So that's what the Emmy was for. And then after that, I won a Telly Award for editing of a music video. And that was under Black Tie Productions. So that was under my business.
Who was the music video for?
It was for a local band here in town. They did a original track. It's an instrumental, and we shot it in the hills to the west of us here in Temecula at a private residence. And then just a few weeks ago, I learned I was awarded for the Indie Fest in San Diego for the documentary I did earlier this year on Reality Rally, which was a huge event here in Temecula, raised over $1 million for Michelle's Place, the Cancer Resource Center. So that was the most recent award, and then
Congratulations.
thank you. And I'm still entering it in other film festivals. And then, of course, I've entered it in DigiFest, which comes up in April of next year. So looking forward to that. So just been exploring the whole film fest avenue, which was new for me. So
Wow.
it's been fun, and there are a lot of festivals to enter. It's overwhelming.
I'm sure, but congratulations in advance for all the ones that I'm sure
Thank you.
you're going to win. That's
Thank
super
you.
exciting. So let's pivot to today. So we retired 2 years ago.
Yes.
What has that transition been like?
It was different. The first year was a whole transitional year, just getting used to having the freedom. Obviously, commuting was no longer in the picture, which was amazing, and saving gas money. But just having the open schedule, the freedom to now every minute I spend is for me and my business. Whereas before I was divvying up my time, and that made it challenging to take on additional projects and things like that. So now I have the freedom to do that, and getting even more involved in the community, getting back involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and like I said, the ability to take on more projects, pursue different projects. I like variety, so I don't want to get pigeonholed, so I like taking on different things. It's challenging, it's exciting. You meet new people, find out new things. So it's a learning process, but it's been great. The transition's been fine, and like I said, it's opened up more opportunities.
I love that. So you mentioned the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Because I know you as like Mr. Chamber. You're at every chamber event. I love it.
Mr. Ribbon Cutting.
Mr. Ribbon Cutting. You're at all of them. But explain your role in the Temecula Chamber of Commerce.
So obviously I'm a member of the Chamber. That's step one. And then along the way I became an ambassador for the Chamber. And so being an ambassador means you are a representative of the Chamber. So you attend things like ribbon cuttings, other Chamber events, and you're an extension of the Chamber. So say, for example, new members come to check out the Chamber. You're the person they might go to and kind of guide them and let them know, okay, here's what it means to belong to the Chamber. Here are the benefits. Here's what they offer for you as a business owner. So, you know, like I said, we're an extension. So we help the Chamber. We're another layer to it. And we represent the Chamber too. So when we're out in the public, and people know that we're a business owner, a chamber member. We represent the chamber.
Yeah.
So keeping those things in mind, we're just there to help and educate the business community.
Wow.
And the chamber ambassadors, it's a great group. It's a mixed group. There's people that have been in the chamber a long time. There are newer members, people in the middle, and all different types of business owners. So just that secondary group, that level, we've all gotten to know each other really well and get to know what each other does and help each other out. We do things for the chamber, and it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely from what I've known about you and the relationship that we've been able to build, I definitely have learned a lot about the chamber. So good job for fulfilling your role as the ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you.
So for Black Tie Productions,
Yes.
I'd like for you to tell everybody, what is it specifically that makes you unique?
What makes us unique is, I'm going to lean on my television production background and working in journalism. And dealing with breaking news.
Yeah.
So that breaking news in and of itself keeps you on your toes. You learn to edit extremely fast when you're in TV news because you have deadlines all day long. It's like a roller coaster ride. When I was there, I was editing, I think, for 4, 5, maybe 6 shows a day, and plus a couple promos. So you're constantly, like I said, up and down with deadlines. Many times you don't get the video until maybe 5 minutes before showtime.
What?
And it's the lead story. So you literally have maybe a couple minutes to edit it. So, so that's why I say working in television news, if you want to learn to edit fast, go work in television news for a while because that will, just pump up your speed in a heartbeat.
Ooh.
And you learn how to edit fast and get things on the air. The goal is to never miss your slot. So, so that's what I offer in my business is that I have the journalistic experience, which gives me a different perspective on things and quick turnaround of projects. I've done projects where I've had to edit them overnight for playback in the next morning. So, that background allowed me to do that.
Okay.
And I always tell people, I shoot with both eyes open. It's that journalistic thing where you have one eye in that viewfinder and the other eye's roaming what's happening next. You anticipate the action.
Oh,
and
man.
So you have to be quick. So it depends what I'm shooting. If I'm shooting a promotional video, that's a different scenario because you can plot out the sequence of events. But when you're shooting something live, something like Reality Rally or a live event, something you cannot say, can we do this again? You don't have that opportunity to redo it. So you really have to be a step ahead of the action in your mind and plot things out. And that's another thing I do. When I shoot a project, I'm already editing it in my head. So I have a vision of what I need to shoot, what I need to tell the story, and what I need to put it together in the edit room. So I'm always thinking, the wheels are always going up here.
Right.
And even when I'm not shooting, I'm looking at things in a visual, edited way.
Right.
The camera never gets turned off.
That is incredible. So the camera's like in your head
Yeah.
all the time.
And I think that's just part of a creative mind. I mean, even your cameraman today probably has that same.
Shout out to Michelangelo. Visuals by Michelangelo.
So, it's part of a creative person's mind. You're always looking at things that way. And the flip side is it's hard to turn off. Sometimes you just want to go somewhere and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
But you're looking at it from a camera perspective. And
so wait, let me ask you. So if you go on vacation or something like that, and you're chilling on the beach, you can't help but to look at that.
No.
What?
I look at things and I go, oh, this would be great in this kind of a shot or this, it's just second nature. And that's probably from doing what I've done for so long. And then the other part is just that creative part of the mind that kicks into overdrive,
Yeah.
But even if I go to a concert, I go, don't touch the phone, don't touch the camera.
Just be in the moment.
Before it's over, I've got 100 plus photos and some videos. So you just, you learn to shut it down, but it's hard,
So if people say that they want to work with you, what can they hire you for?
I'm available to shoot anything from personal events like weddings, private parties, promotional videos for businesses, marketing videos. I've also done a couple music videos, which have their own challenges. So photo and video montages, those are popular.
Okay.
I've done quite a few of those for different functions.
So you're not just videography, you're also photography.
Yes, the other thing, I've added photography back in recently, which I did a lot of in the early days, and people always said, you have a good eye, and so, but I just was never able to offer both video and photo at the same time because of my schedule.
Yes.
You know, now that I have more time, I'm bringing photography back in, and so many people throughout the years of doing video would always say, do you do photos too? And I'd always have to say, I like to, but I don't have the time to offer it, so now I do.
Yay!
So I'm stepping back into that part of the business as well.
Perfect.
But I enjoy both. They're both visual mediums. I have an eye for both, and it's just, you know, two different approaches. With video, you're capturing something maybe from start to finish. With photos, you're capturing a sliver of the event in a moment. So you still have to be on your toes, keep both eyes open,
For sure.
and capture the key moments. So
That is amazing.
but I enjoy them both, you know.
And I can tell. I love how the passion shines through. So let everybody know, what is the best way to reach out to you if they'd like to hire you?
Okay. The best way to reach me is through my website, where you'll find samples of my work, and that is blacktie-productions.com. And if you're not able to do that, feel free to contact me by email, info@blacktie-productions.com. And I'll respond, and hopefully we can work together and look forward to what's on the horizon. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. Happy retirement. Congratulations in advance. Congratulations for all the past awards. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your time. And until next time, guys.